what?
Moving like a Nigerian in the nightclub. What is all this? No, while you're switching on, I'm switching off, bro. I'm tuning out, bro. I'm tuning out.
I'm doing my MI5 stuff, man. My close protection. But listen, before I lose what I'm trying to say,
I'm back in.
Because sometimes you're doing something and you look at the views and whatnot. But what I'm trying to say, the amount of love and the amount of response we be getting on, on our day-to-day, on the phone, via WhatsApp, face-to-face, it's, it's good. It shows that we're on the right path, we're doing the right thing. That's all I'm trying to say. So, and we know we ain't stopping for no one. We're consistent. Absolutely. We're consistent. This is a long time thing.
It's got to be that way.
So, I just wanted to say that, man. Listen, we've been getting some good feedback, and we're happy, man. Big up my people, the people, them, man. Sorry, man.
That's all right. Do your thing, bro.
That's one outburst.
It's your show, G. Do your thing, innit?
You know what? It is our show, and big up. You done this for us again?
Big up, Nicola.
Nicola, yeah. Big yourself up, man. This is water.
No, is it?
It's water.
Is that what's in yours?
We don't. What are you drinking? Wine?
Nescafe, bro.
You drinking?
See, look, you maybe go and promote them for free. Why'd you let me do that? Why'd you make me do that for, man?
Nescafe, you got to pay us, Trust me.
Anyway.
Watch out for the,
the
invoice. But yeah, bigger up for it. And
yeah,
the merch.
Definitely.
Quick one. We're going to be giving away free mug and a free T-shirt.
When people say free, is it free?
Well, you have to subscribe.
Okay.
So you're right.
So no one gets something for nothing.
So let me just get through. We're gonna, pick a subscriber, one of our subscribers out of the first 100, and they'll get a mug and a
random
T-shirt.
Selection. No Niger man janky thing going on.
Giving your special friends.
Listen, you see you and your special friends, bro. You know me, unbiased fully.
I've got I hear you. But listen.
Straight down the middle, mate.
Spread the word. And we'll be picking someone randomly on the show, and we'll be picking out the name, and we'll be reading it out, and they're gonna get some goodies.
Cool. So we did a whole lot of talking though, bro. Let's just dive into this topic because that's what the people came to see. We're talking,
man. Something we're both experienced with. Excuse me. Something we're both experienced with as ex-musicians, rapper.
Talk to them.
Me, aspiring Gram MC, but
mic controllers, isn't it?
Mic controllers.
Okay. So today we're going to be discussing something that we've titled Dirty Little Secrets. It's the imposter syndrome, coming from a background of art where, whether you're a musician, a young sports person trying to get into the game and not quite getting there yet, and then having to fill that gap, by maybe doing whatever it is that you do, doing whatever it is that you know to do, whether it be hustling, working, taking on a full-time job, whatever it is. It's something that's not really discussed very often. So we thought it was a topic that we could bring to the people and just like get this conversation going, because I think there's a lot in this that some can take from it, especially the younger ones coming up, because I'm always primarily thinking about the younger viewers. They may not be our target audience, but one day they're going to look at this and say, I learned something from this show.
And that's what
and I've been able to carry that into my career. You get what I'm saying?
100%.
Yeah.
It's about our experiences as well. So we're not just speaking from a point of like theoretically, it's lived experience and something we suffer from. Let's have it right. That's why we're discussing it. Now, there's other people that we can note, and that's notably today coming out and saying their struggles, dealing with their fame and having to, pay the bills. Someone like Abashi. Yeah, big up his album, Big up
Bashi for being honest, bro.
He said what? He used to be a bus driver.
Yeah.
At the height of when he was doing music, things kind of had a dip. Then he ended up driving a bus. I think he was a mailman before that.
Okay.
Postman. So, and who else again?
You've
ZZ
got...
Mills.
What did ZZ say?
ZZ Mills used to do, well, from my recollection, from what I know, it might not be fact, but I've seen this. I see it say it anyway, so it's as fact as it can be. She used to work as a retail. So
swear
I
down.
think Top Shop or one of those.
Do you know what? I was just about to say, I bet it was Top Shop or one of them. I could see ZZ in Top Shop, you know.
You know what I mean?
I can see ZZ in Top Shop still.
Big podcasts with people, like when they're big conversations in the middle of like the dressing room and that.
Because Top Shop, I don't want to go into Top Shop too much, but Top Shop weren't just a shop. It was like a communal ground for people, like a meeting spot, innit? It's like a West End front line, you get me?
No. So she talks about, juggling work life with and that's what juggling work life with your creative life. So she would do her show, she would do her podcast, straight, she'll finish work, go home, sort herself out, and go do a podcast and juggling it. And our thing is like, and I don't know where we are with this thing, but our thing was like, you know what? Why sometimes it's not normalized? You know, people feel the need to put on this sort of facade that they're on £1 million a year, they don't have to do a normal job. And, you know, we want to look at the reasons behind it.
Okay.
And who else do you want to touch on?
There's a couple of people that have said they've done so many things, but I think those examples are more than enough. And the fact that we're struggling to pick people out who have taken on, let's say, normal jobs in between their work as aspiring musicians or entertainers, says that it's not widely spoken about enough. Because we can't pick enough examples. So it's not something that's discussed often, hence why I wanted to bring it to the people. And I think definitely trying to explore why people feel they have to front. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like why people feel like, it's like, right, I'm doing this so I can't be that. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? If I'm this guy, especially if you're building up a little bit of heat, people start to acknowledge you. Do you know what I mean? I remember times when I would come off doing a big show or whatever, random. This was way before social media and that. So it was even, you know what I mean, for someone to catch you on a one-away. Back in the day, I remember walking into one of the HMVs, and there was this guy that was working there and he was like, yo, Manic, like, I saw you yesterday performing at da-da-da. And I'm thinking, cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but you know them defunct. Does the HMV even exist? Anyway, whatever. But yeah, so...
he bumped into you and he was like...
So when you start to get...
How do you feel though, bro?
That itself is a good feeling, especially them times, because you never had no social media validation. It was real validation. It had to come from the people. You get what I'm saying? So your day-to-day interactions. Seeing someone that you don't know engage with you, to me at that time, the way that I think, I was kind of like, raw, that's nice. But my thing is, all right, cool, but that's not what I've come to do. I haven't achieved what I've set out to do. This is a small piece to a big puzzle. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, thanks. I'm going to take that and hold it as a blessing. But at the same time, this is so insignificant in the grand scheme of what I want to do with my life. You get what I'm saying? So that's a blessing. But again, bringing it back to the point, it's the whole feeling of being known, and then maybe things don't work out for you. As life is like that. Life is like that. Things don't work out, innit? Sometimes. Exactly. So, and when they don't work out, you now got to start to scamper and figure out, what am I going to do next? Yeah,
how are you going to adjust? You know?
How am I going to adjust?
Yeah, the plan might not be going the way you want it to be, but how do you, adjust and get back on track?
Yeah.
And one of the necessary things, you might have to take a step back and, live. It's hard to, and I don't really, live, get a real job.
That's a real job. I mean?
Live a realist, and I say it loosely based on our last episode, innit? I say it loosely for the purpose of gain, i.e. like Abashi did. He was going forward. He took 2 steps back to go 10 steps forward. Yep. You know what I mean?
And that's that's what you call investing in yourself.
It is.
It's investing in yourself, but at a time when maybe you don't have the right guidance, or you don't have an understanding of what's taking place, especially when you're young, you're quite impressionable. You think that once you get into the game, you're going to walk your way in, you're going to show off your talent, not even understanding the other things that happen on the periphery. Yeah. And then you're going to get seen, and then you're going to be that guy or that girl. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? And then, bang, explosion, blow up. It doesn't work like that.
Let's have it right. It's a lie. It's a lie. And that's the thing about it. And that's what we want to debunk today. It's a lie, all these pressures and all these things they're put on young people and just people in general, with the culture and in life in general. This false sense of synthetic. You got to do this. You got to do this. You can't do that. You got to wear 50 chains. Drive a rent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unnecessary pressure. You get what I mean?
Where does that pressure come from, though? Let's talk about where the pressure actually. What makes, because for people to do it, and we're saying people do it on a wide scale, what makes people want to behave like that and not show not show their true situation.
And this is a great question, you know, because based on one of our other offshoot businesses, which is what? Marketing, advertisement. I know you don't want to say too much about it now, but I do feel like we've been sold a dream. We've been sold we've been misguided.
Who's selling and who's buying?
Yeah, but I don't even think we buy it. Push it on us by force. You got to do this, and this is what we expect from you. You know. So,
but who's doing that though? Is that the industry doing that? Is it peer pressure?
You know, close protection, government work. You know, you tell us.
Brother,
I'm joking. You tell us tell me what you think quick, and I'll say what I think. Because I know you've got your.
I don't have the answers.
No.
But to be honest with you, like the way I look at it is like, it's hard to know where it derives from. So I'm going to start from where we can see.
There's multiple things. So I just want to touch on one.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Okay, so go on, bro.
So one of the things there, is that it's your environment. That same situation that I was talking about there, that I gave an example of myself, it's that peer pressure. Yeah. Sometimes it's the peer pressure of the people because they see you as something more than what you see yourself in that moment. You get what I'm saying? Yeah? Right? And then you now feel, as in the person, might feel like, I've got to keep up this pretense. Yeah? Because this is what I said I'm doing. It's almost like a guilt for not being where you think you should be based on what other people think about you. You get me?
Yeah. But I'll go somewhere else deeper. But why do you have to be seen to be successful? I'm just talking about music.
Okay.
It's financially successful when making rap or black culture music. Like material stuff. Why do you have to have the Rolls Royce in the video? Why do you have to have 10 women? Why do you have to have 4 bottles of champagne and 3 Rolexes on your wrist?
Because of marketing. That's what marketing said you should do. And that's an industry thing. So you've kind of answered the question. That's an industry thing. So when we look at it,
why can't you have a normal job? Why can't you work in Burger King?
Well, because you're supposed to be exclusive.
And be a rapper that's signed to Warner.
They will tell you in the offices. What are you talking about? They'll tell you in the offices you need to be exclusive. We don't want you mixing with that person. That's why there's so much drama in the industry, because you've got teams of people who don't want other people to work together.